Good evening, goeienaand, dumelang, thobela, sanbonani, riperile ndimatekwana. I hope everybody's doing okay this evening. I'm doing well, thank you very much. To those who may not be feeling well or going through stuff, I pray that God meets you at your point of need. If you're not feeling okay, I pray that God heals you and deliver you from whatever that you're going through. Our God is a God of promises, and all his promises are yes and amen, and I trust that you'll be okay. To everybody who's liked and sent comment on my past videos, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. To those who have subscribed, I really do appreciate it. Please spread the word so that we can get the numbers going. To those who are watching my video for the very first time, welcome. You're welcome to Angel 60 Rand Stories, where we have fun and discuss simple and difficult topics. Please subscribe and spread the word. So this evening, what I want to discuss is the issue of giving. The issue of giving, guys. The issue of helping out people. My concern with giving and helping out people is when we want to use our giving as some form of blackmail. For instance, I come to you, I don't have money for petrol, right? As a friend, as a colleague, as family, as relative, or as a neighbor, you help me out, you give me that 100 rand. Remember, you helping me out. I didn't say, I'm coming to pay you back or whatever. You know, you helping me out as a friend, especially if you know my stories, to say maybe I'm going through stuff and I'll be like, friend, I 50 rand. I need to pour petrol in my car. I need to go home. I need to go to work or go home from wherever I am. And you give me that 50 rand. Well and good. That's fine. 2 months down the line, 2 years down the line, you come back to me and be like, yo, Chomi, I need money. I do not have 1, 2, 3. And unfortunately, at that point in time, I also do not have. Why then now do we as people, or do we as friends, family, or whatever, now start going around to say, oh, let's come on, driver gole eso. I once put petrol in a car. Oh, let's come on, so at some point you didn't have a shilling. Yes, I didn't have a shilling and I needed for somebody to help me. So let me put it this way. For you to be where you are in your life today, are you trying to tell us that there's no one who wants to help you out? For you to have the job that you have today, didn't somebody help you out? Or for you to be able to go to work, whereas you were not working for a period of time, I believe somebody maybe gave you money for petrol to go to work for whatever time. Or we can even go back to your school years to say maybe at some point you used to go to school no snatch care, and you used to eat with your friends, or no snadieta, or no snajeres, or at some point you didn't have money for a trip, one of the teachers helped you out. Why do you then choose to forget those times when somebody else once helped you? But now you choose to make this issue of this friend not being able to help you with 50 rand and make it a big issue. Why do we live like that as a people? Why do we always have to remind people of what we've done for them? If you're helping me today, it doesn't mean every day. If you've once helped me, it doesn't mean that you have to blackmail me. When, like, for instance, if I don't have anything to help you with at this point, yes, I do not have. And maybe I honestly do not have. Or I don't want to. Remember, when you're helping Angel with something, it's not just a matter of you giving Angel 50 rand. It's you allowing God to use you to help Angel. Maybe God will send somebody else to you so that they can help you at that point. It's not like has it stock fair to say I give you tomorrow, you give me. Yes, that's how life should be. But unfortunately, it's not like that. If you help somebody and in return they do not help you, well and good. It shouldn't be a blackmail. Because now I always say, you must always remember that at some point somebody else sees it. Somebody else helped you out at some point in your life where you were down and out. No one is born unless you are born into a rich family. Some of us are born and into families where for you to grow up, you have to fend for yourself. For you to grow up and things be okay and get a job, you have to try means, you have to beg, you have to ask. Or sometimes you grow up from a good family, but things will go wrong in life. Whose fault is it? It's nobody's fault. It's called life after all. Life is full of ups and downs. So why do we always like to blackmail people to say, but mina ngeke ngakunceda, wawungangincedi? They can't. They don't have what to give you. They don't have what you're asking from them at this point. I think people, as a people, we should learn that when you give somebody, it's not just about you. It's you allowing God to use you. If when now you're coming back to me and I don't want to give you, it means I'm not allowing God to use me to be of help to you. But if I do not have at that point, it means I do not have. Go to the next person who might be able to be used by God. Maybe it's God's plan for this not to work out at this point. God wants you to go to Elisa at this point because God has helped Elisa in some other ways. So he needs for Elisa to reward him by being of help to you. This is something that people should not take personal, and I think people make it a big issue. This issue has broken down families. This issue has broken down friendship because of money or because you felt you've helped this person before. I've been helped before, and for me to be where I am today, I should appreciate what was once done for me. But that doesn't mean that when I cannot help you at your point of need at that time, then I'm a bad person. No, it doesn't make me a bad person. It only means I do not have the means to help you at that point. It doesn't give you the right to run around and be telling people, no, let's come mona driver kole so I've helped. Or let's come mona dula kai kai, I've helped. Or let's come mona asebetsang o kai kai, ke no motho sitseng. It was your job to help me at that time. It was God's plan for it to work out that way. So Nwena, as a human being, if you need help and you cannot find help at point A, then it means you have to go to point B. But remember, point A is not a bad person at that time. They just do not have the means to help. So if Nako kolota 100 rand, does that mean I'm going to pay that 100 rand till the end of time? Does it mean that when I see you down the road, I have to run away because you once helped me out? I think what I'm asking for people to do is, before you say nasty things about people, remember where you come from also. Before you start spreading rumors to say, no, for Angel to be driving this car, I once put petrol in her car. Maybe you put 100 rand or 200 rand petrol in my car. Yes, I really do appreciate it. But is that car using that 200 rand petrol from 2002 to date? Or is that 50 rand that you once gave me to buy bread for my kids is it the same bread that we're still eating from that day? No, it's not. Yes, we should be grateful when people help us. Yes, we should appreciate what other people do for us. But does that mean we need to be blackmailed going further in life? Because if that's the case, then it means everybody owes everyone something. If that's the case, it means everybody needs to be paying somebody some money every day. Because I bet you nobody on this earth has never received any form of help from anybody, from somebody. It doesn't necessarily mean money. I might have helped by giving bread. I might have helped by giving you connections to whatever that you need to do in life. It might be paying for your fees or whatever it is, any form of help. It doesn't need to be money. But my concern now is, why do we always use that as blackmail? Why do people need to suffer because of that 50 rand that you once gave them? Are you cursing that 50 rand? Are you saying because I gave you this 50 rand, then your life will never be okay because you cannot afford to give me 50 rand today? I'm still going back to that point. Have you forgotten where you come from? How many people have helped you out in your life for you to be where you are today? Asiyekeleni ukubambelana amagqubu, asiyekeleni ukubamba abantu hostage just because you've helped them. Yes, you've helped them, it's okay. When you were playing your part during that time, you remember we're all God's children. For you to be a friend of who, or for you to be related or to who, or for you to be connected to somebody through somebody, it's all God's plan. It is all God's plan. So when you should just play your part whenever you're supposed to play your part and let it go. God will deal with it and move on with your life. And for you to find happiness and peace going forward, you don't need to hold grudges. I hate it when people always say, but I've helped you before. The world doesn't owe anybody anything. The world doesn't owe anybody anything. And as a people, we do not owe anybody anything. We just need to be of help to each other whenever we can. And I understand that some people are not helpful like other people, but you don't need to take it as a grudge, or you don't need to hold it as a grudge in your heart to say, but I've helped you. But at this point, I cannot help you. I wish to help, but I cannot help you. I just think for us to break free from this curse or from this chain, people need to learn the art of giving. You don't give expecting to get from that person. You give so that when you go forward in life, somebody else should be able to help you too. And because you gave me that 50 rand at some point in my life, when somebody else comes to me and asks for help, I will be able to say, oh, so let me also help this person. That's how life goes. You don't give 50 rand and say, it's not like you putting money at an ATM to say, I'm depositing 200 rand and then month end I'm going to come and withdraw from this specific bank. No, it doesn't work like that. Unfortunately, life is not like that. We don't deal like that. It's not like that, and it will never be like that. You might help somebody and never see them in 10 years time. So if you help somebody today and 3 years down the line you go through stuff, are you going to hunt down that person who once helped you? And you want to demand back that money that you once helped them with, or the loaf of bread that you once gave? No. You go to the nearest person, or you go to somebody who you feel will be able to assist. And by God's grace, God will use that person to help you out. It is not for you to say, because I've helped you, now you must help me out. Life doesn't work like that. If you are going to live like that, then you're going to have a problem. If you are going to live like that, to say, when nantabele nguphe 200 rand namhlanje to help you with your kids, then mangbuya next month you must be able to give me. Remember, you are helping out. You are giving this person because they are in need. It's not a debt. It's not a loan. There's a difference. If you loan, if it's an agreement to say, I'm loaning you this much of money, month end, we agree that you're going to come and collect your money. Well and good. But if you are giving, if you are helping, then why do you help or give people with the intention of coming back and getting it back? Then that's not help after all. That is not giving after all. If you are giving, you should give with your full heart. If you are helping you should help with your full heart, not even thinking that tomorrow I'm gonna come to you for help. You are giving me, or you're helping me so that my life can be easier at that point, and then you move on with life. It's like now you are cursing each and every money that you have or give out or help out with. You kind of curse it or say it must come back to me from. Yes, when you give or when you bless people with money, you can pray and say, God, whatever I give, let it come back 3 times more. But it doesn't necessarily mean angel must give it back 3 times more. That is for God to see and plan and decide how he's going to work it out. So guys, and that is the point that I wanted to put across today. To say, guys, let's just stop it. Stop blackmailing people. Stop saying nasty things about people around out there just because you've once helped them. Before you even tell people how you helped Angel, remember where you come from, who has helped you. Did you go back and say thank you? Did you go back and invest back to them? Each and every cent that they've given you, each and every quarter that you've eaten from your friend way back then, each and every meal that you've eaten from your neighbors because at home there wasn't food. Did you ever go back there and give them food every day? No. They were helping out, hoping that izinto zakho zizoba right. Into zawuditloluka ube right elafing utswele pele. That is how it should work. Stop going around saying nasty peoples about people because you've helped them. Why help if you're going to hold people hostage because of your help? Why give if you're going to curse that money that you once given to? Because if you give me money and then you start going around telling people how you helped me, hey, if it wasn't of your money, I wouldn't be this fat, or if it wasn't of your bread, I wouldn't have eaten, maybe I would have died. No, you don't do that. Because for me, I feel like the minute you're doing that, you are blocking your own blessings. The minute you curse the money that you once gave out, you are blocking your own blessings. How then does God multiply whatever you prayed for to say, God, please multiply it and bring it back 3 times more to me? God is not going to do that. And no one is going to do that for that matter. So ladies and gentlemen, that's all I wanted to say. I don't have much to say. I just wanted for people to please learn the art of giving. Give from your heart. If your spirit tells you, help this person, give them and forget it. Don't even try and remember it tomorrow to say, yo, I gave this person 50 rand because they didn't have petrol, or I didn't have whatever. And when things are well with you and when the person is going through trouble, it will be easier for when things go wrong with you and it is well with the other person that you've once helped, it will be easier for them to come back and say, Chom, Kana, you've helped me. Here is whatever. Or because God is God, the person that once helped you might not be the one who comes and help. It might be somebody who heard your story or whatever, and then they decide to come and say, hey friend, here's 200 rand. I haven't seen you for a long time. I'm working well wherever I am and things are really good. Here's 200 rand. Only to find that when you needed that 200 rand. That's how God works. You do not demand what you gave. Why give? If you don't have a good heart, don't give. If you do not have a good heart, don't bless people with your money. Don't help. Because when I tell it how it's what the conditions. And like I said, it's not just money. It's not just physical money. It's helping out. It's giving whatever. Even if it's giving your time. Or giving your old clothes. Or helping out, or listening to somebody when they tell you stories and to say, hey friend, I'm going through 1, 2, 3, this is what I'm going through. And then when the friendship is dead, you start spreading those stories. Now, whatever I told you, you start spreading it around. Forgetting that whatever I told you, I told you in confidence and I trusted you. I'm not saying people should be holy. But remember that whatever you do to one person today, it will come back to you tomorrow. And remember that just because you were able to help somebody with money, it doesn't mean when at some point you are not going to go through stuff. There's something called force of gravity. What goes up will definitely go down someday. So as they say, be kind to the people that you meet on your way up, so that when you come down, there will be somebody to catch you and you don't fall flat down. So that is the point that I wanted to discuss today. I know it's a bit whatever, but guys, let's just be nice people. What is it that we're teaching our kids? What is it that we're teaching our kids to say, if you help somebody, then you should demand something from them? No. When you help, you help. You help and let go. You help and let God. You give, let go. You give, let God. God will deal with the circumstances that come up later on in life. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us give because we can. Let us give because we want to. Let us give because your spirit tells you. Sometimes your spirit tells you to give, not even knowing what the person is going through in life. Sometimes your heart tells you, like for instance, maybe you're doing shopping and your heart tells you, oh, let me buy this loaf of bread for whoever, without knowing what they're going through. That is allowing God to use you. So when you allow the Spirit to use you to buy that loaf of bread, you give it to them. And then 3 days down the line, you go back and be like, if I didn't buy them that loaf of bread, they would be suffering today. And then once you say that, do you expect then for God to bless what you bless the others with? This is where, like I said, this is where you block your blessings. Whatever God wanted to bless you with, He's gonna give to that person that you gave bread to. That's how you get your blessings transferred or delayed. Because what's meant for you, it's meant for you. But that is how we delay our blessings. We delay our blessings by what we do. We delay our blessings by what we say. Because helping a person is like planting a seed to God and saying, God, I'm giving. May you bless whatever I'm doing. Then when it's time for God to bless you back, He delays it because of how you act, because of how you treat other people. But remember, God won't come from the heavens down and say, here, angel, I'm here to bless you. No. God uses the people around you to see how you serve Him, to see how you allow Him to work through you, to see how obedient you are. So if you are not nice to the people that you are living with or you're living around with, if you are not nice to them, then what does it say to you, to God, about you? Let us be careful what we do to each other. Let us be careful what we say against each other. Some things are not necessary. All it takes is for you to think before you act. All it takes is for you to think before you say nasty things. And remember, nobody owes anybody anything. I do not owe you anything. If you come to me and I can't help, it is not a sin. I cannot help. If you go to Smagaleng and she cannot help at that moment, she cannot help. She shouldn't be held hostage against that. She shouldn't be blackmailed. She shouldn't be spread around the countries, you spreading rumors about them because they couldn't help. That is what we call jealousy sometimes. That is where bitterness comes from. And if you are bitter, you will never see blessings. If you are bitter, nothing light is ever gonna come your way. You will only see darkness because you are bitter, you are frustrated, you are angry at what? You played your part by giving, then wait for your blessing to come back. That's all I'm gonna say. Have a good evening. Please keep watching my videos. There's still more that I'm still going to send. Like I said last time, you are welcome to send topics that you'd like for me to discuss. Yeah, let's subscribe, let's like, let's send in all those comments. Until next time, thank you. Bye.